The latest. Thank you for your love and support. Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists have found a safer place in Ghana. According to reports, these terrorists that have been in Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, causing havoc, have now found Ghana to be their safest abode. Those that were injured during the attack, according to reports, some of them are in hospitals. They get their fuel, their food, their everything from Ghana. According to reports, northern part of Ghana has become a place that these terrorists are hiding. Some are in the Ghanaian hospitals receiving treatment. So now they operate from Ghana to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. This is the reason to which we are saying united we stand. If we are all together as one people, what is happening wouldn't happen. We will all work together as a people to do away with the insurgencies. If we sit on national television and always talk about what is happening in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, just simply because they are not under democratic rule, forgetting that these terrorists can equally move to wherever we are, is something else. We have to do away with this democratic rule, democratic elected president, democracy, and live together as one people, come together under one umbrella to fight. What is worrying Niger is a problem to any other African country. Ghana can never be their abode. They can't have Ghana to be their heaven, their safest heaven. That when they are in trouble, they run to Ghana. From there, they get all the treatment, everything that they need to go back and attack Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. This is not possible. This thing must stop.
A region that is turning into a global hub of terrorism. While terrorists for years have been mostly operating in the Sahelian nations that include Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, reports suggest that they have found a safe haven beyond the Sahelian borders. They are now reportedly carrying out their operations from Ghana, one of the few remaining stable democracies in Africa. As per reports, Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists in Burkina Faso are discreetly using northern Ghana as a logistical and medical rear base to sustain their insurgency. They are crossing over and coming to Ghana to stock up on food, fuel, and even explosives. And some of them are also reportedly getting medical treatment in Ghana's hospitals. The reports that cite Ghana security officials suggest that while authorities in Ghana are aware of this, they have mostly turned a blind eye to these movements. Why so? Because so far, Ghana has not become a victim of their deadly attacks. Some of these officials have even said that the terrorists won't destroy the place where they sleep. However, they have acknowledged that this crossover risks allowing terrorists to make Ghana their next hub, who have waged decade-long insurgency in its Sahelian neighbors. Now, Ghana's ambassador to Burkina Faso has also admitted that terrorists are taking advantage of porous borders between the two nations and are seeing Ghana as a safe haven. However, he denied that authorities are not doing anything about it and are working with Burkina Faso to flush them out. Now, Ghana shares a 600-kilometer border with Burkina Faso, which is at the heart of an insurgency that has killed thousands and displaced millions. Now, as per a global terrorism index this year, Burkina Faso has become the country with the highest impact from terrorism, with deaths spiking by 68%. The country has lost control over half of its territory to a pro-Al-Qaeda group known as the JNIM. Terrorist groups are present in multiple nations in the Sahel nations, including Burkina Faso's neighbors of Mali and Niger. And growing frustration over heavy losses in clashes with terrorists triggered coups in all three countries since 2020. Juntas have expelled Western military support and turned to Russia for help instead. Western nations have since refocused their efforts in Benin, Togo, Ghana, and the Ivory Coast, which border the Sahel. Ghana, seen as a strong democracy in Africa, has a close relationship with Western nations, especially the UK and the US. The country will hold its next presidential election on the 7th of December. While Ghana has not witnessed any major terrorist attack, experts say this could be part of the plan of the terrorist groups who do not want to disrupt supply lines and places of rest, as well as not provoking a relatively strong army. However, some members of the Al-Qaeda-linked JNIM group had earlier said that they are aiming to push into other countries of West Africa. And some experts have also said that these terrorists could be recruiting members in Ghana. So it could not be long before Ghana possibly finds itself in the grip of violence and extremism.
In a televised address, the Burkinabe Minister of Security Mahamadou Sana gave a detailed, intricate plan that was orchestrated by some citizens of Burkina Faso living in neighboring countries, including Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Nigeria. It seems these people are not happy that President Traore is in power, and so they decided to put a plan that will remove him from power. According to the report given by the minister, the people involved in orchestrating this plot include some Burkinabe civilians, military personnel, and former military officials, all of whom are supported by Western intelligence agencies. Civil society actors and economic operators in Burkina Faso were also involved in the plot. The Burkinabe minister further revealed that several arrests have already been made and that the arrests took place in Niger. The Minister of Security also revealed that those arrested were interrogated deeply, and they provided crucial information about the depth of the plot and the plans carried out by those in the plot. Now, what you are about to hear is so evil and wicked and will shock you to the bones. Remember how recently Burkina Faso suffered from several attacks from jihadist groups and how these jihadist groups were successful in their attacks? Well, those arrested revealed that those jihadist attacks were orchestrated by their group. Imagine that. According to them, it was part of their plans to contact terrorist groups and work with them to carry out violent attacks against civilians and government institutions. The shocking part is that the recent massacre in Barcelona, the town that houses the last standing military force between terrorist groups and the capital city, Ouagadougou, where more than 309 people were killed and many more injured, was part of their plot. But that's not all. The plotters also revealed that they planned to target the presidential palace, a drone site, the Ouagadougou airport, and military positions in Mangodara before they were caught. This is evil. The Burkinabe military and the government of Ibrahim Traore have been stretched thin, working hard, and finding solutions to the terrorist problem, which has claimed thousands of lives. And yet some Burkinabe citizens, military personnel, and politicians are behind the scene, destroying everything. These people deliberately contacted JNIM, one of the most dangerous terrorist groups that have been terrorizing the Sahel region for some years now, gave them information and helped them launch attacks against their own citizens, leading to the death of many and many more wounded. Their plan, no doubt, was to ensure that the terrorist attacks in Burkina Faso increase while Traore is in power, so that they can create the narrative that President Traore is not good enough to deal with the insecurity and should be removed from power. Now, even if Traore was a bad leader and does not deserve to rule Burkina Faso, is collaborating with jihadist groups and killing civilians and soldiers the right way to remove him from power?